My name is Tupac Shakur, and I attend Tamalpais High School, and I'm 17 years old.
The year is 1988. The place, Marin City, Oakland, California. We find a 17-year-old LaShawn Crooks, fresh from the east side, a new face to a new place. Up to this point in his life, the occult's involvement has been very undetectable, save for the fact that it seems that they are preparing him for something. They are preparing him to be an actor. He's just arriving here from Baltimore, Maryland, where at the age of 15 he attended the prestigious Baltimore School for the Arts. Sadly, aside from LaShawn's apparent success in this field, his mother Afeni's life has seemed to have taken a turn for the worse. She's now addicted to drugs, addicted to crack cocaine.
At his house, and within a couple months I realized that his mother was so addicted that his house is too dysfunctional to have a career to keep going to school. So within a couple months he ended up coming to stay at my house.
Now from the shadows the Illuminati appears, and it appears in the form of a woman. This woman, Layla Steinberg. For the next 3 years she will go on to become his mentor, his instructor, openly teaching him, instructing him in the mysteries of the occult.
It was really a relationship that we searched for knowledge, we explored together. And I'll just tell you a book right now, it's been around for a long time. It's called Ponder on This. The stuff we were exploring together, food for thought, alignment, the ancient mysteries, astrology, the Buddha, challenge, Christ, the impact of color, our state of consciousness, medicine, the moon, the occult teachings, Rajneesh, telepathy, the Kabbalah, the Tibetan Book of the Dead. He read Roots a number of times, Talar Shardin, The Phenomenon of Man. And as you study Tupac's lyrics, you start to know and understand how much he incorporated his reading, even his last albums.
The day I stepped out, that's power. I want these little niggas to see that. I didn't get that power from guns because there's no guns in jail. I got that power from books and from thinking and by strategizing. That's what I want little niggas to see.
Why am I the only one that's asking questions? Why did I get booked like a crook with that legal Smith & Wesson? Why have these doctors guessing? Why am I bored with my lessons? Why do blacks have trouble resting? Why my mama can't stop stressing? Why do men get it all and can't recognize his blessings? Why do we always got something to say at confession? Why if I want this job, they gotta be some urine testing? Why do we fight amongst each other? Why do we get so excited when we kill another brother? Why disrespect our future mothers? Why is it that we just can't show love for one another? Throw gloves for one another, spin dubs on one another, shit. Go to clubs on one another. And why not? Why do we set trip over blocks? Why do we sell rocks? Why we don't know it's us against the cops? I ask myself why all the time. The answer's just so hard to find. So many blind, but just can't see. The future lies in you and me. I ask myself why all the time. The answer's just so hard to find. So many blind, but just can't see. The future lies in you and me. Why do I get stopped by the cops, harassed and asked, where's the gun and the weeds? Why they can't let me pass? Why is OD only sold in the ghetto? Why is white boys enjoy Marlboros and heavy metal? Why is the paper on the Philly thick? Why is it that the whole world revolves around pussy and dick? Why do we die so young? Why's getting old like a dream? Why take a chance losing life on a mission for the cream?
It was something about that very first book that Layla Steinberg pulled down off that shelf that really caught my eye. So what I did was I went to thugarmy.com. And there at thugarmy.com, they have a list of the books that Tupac read all throughout his life. Now what's peculiar about this list is, if you take this list and you really look at it, you'll easily be able to find who Tupac's favorite author was. Now, as I was going down the list from name to name, this name seemed to pop up left, right, front, center, everywhere. It just seemed to pop up all over the place. And it wasn't Maya Angelou. No. It wasn't Alice Bailey. No. In fact, it was a lady by the name of Alice A. Bailey. Alice A. Bailey popped up on this list a total of 5 times. In fact, the first book mentioned on the list was Alice A. Bailey. In fact, the first book that Layla Steinberg pulled off the shelf was Alice A. Bailey. What's so peculiar about Alice A. Bailey? What made Tupac go back to her 5 different times? Alice Ann Bailey was born Alice Latrobe Bateman on, get this date, June 16, 1880. She was born in Manchester, England, born to a wealthy British family, had all the perks of England's upper class to enjoy, but despite all of these perks, she was very, and I mean very depressed as a child. According to her autobiography, she would attempt suicide a total of 3 times by the age of 15. But it was at this age, at this tender age of 15, that she received a visit that would change her life forever. A visit from a being who she thought to be Jesus Christ himself. And with this visit, she began a spiritual journey, a spiritual quest, if you will. And by the age of 22, she was doing evangelical work for the British Army. In 1907, at the age of 27, while doing missionary work in India, she met a man by the name of Walter Evans. These two, Alice and Walter, were going to get married that same year. They would move to the United States that same year. And eventually, they would have 3 children together. Walter would become an Episcopalian priest, but besides this position of spiritual authority, of ecclesiastical authority, he lacked the ability to control his temper, and because he lacked this ability, the marriage fell apart in 1915. And with this divorce from her husband, with this separation from her husband, Alice also divorced Christianity as well. You see, it was at this time, in 1915, that she came across the writings of this woman right here, Helena Petrovna Blavatsky, also known as the Madam H.P. Blavatsky. Helena Blavatsky was a product of the whole modern-day spiritualism movement. You know, the 1848 Fox sisters I speak to dead people thing? Yeah, she was big into that. So big, in fact, that in 1875, she helped kick it up to another level by starting the Theosophical Society. And the Theosophical Society had this right here as its emblem. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, and you're saying, maybe I've seen this somewhere before, most likely you have, because the Freemasons and the Church of Satan uses the exact same symbol. Is this a coincidence? Nah, I don't think so, because in 1877, she received the right of adoption from the Freemasons, making her a part of their female organization known as the Order of the Eastern Star, which has this as its symbol. Recognize the star? You see, all these organizations use the exact same symbology, just like a gang would use the same color or the same tattoos to recognize itself. In fact, since we're on that topic, all our gang culture comes straight from the occult. I don't care what side it's on, from the west to the east, the whole gang culture comes from the occult. All of our symbols, all of our handshakes, all that we got straight from them. And all this symbology is used for one thing and one thing only. It's to recognize organizations that pledge their allegiance to Lucifer.
Interrogation, nigga. You know you fucked up. Fucked up, right? Disaster. Yeah. Yeah, you know you fucked up. You know you ain't fucked up, right? You fucked up? Yeah, you fucked up. Yo, the ghetto raised me, the purple haze dazed me, the game amazed me and made me humble and low-key. Disaster, 6'2" with the goatee, certified OG, you could tell by my pedigree. I don't take rap lightly, too many despite me. Some wanna fight and win, but that ain't like me. Catch me hustling nightly, muscling might be in a Z, changing the game slightly. Full throttle with God as my role model, can't look at pops with a joint in an empty yak bottle. Back to the streets, the thug drugs and bomb beats, hotel suites and athletes that pack heat. Niggas run like it's a track meet with no clicks, down the wrong back street, trying to control their heartbeat. Jumping cars that later overheat, the bittersweet reality of getting shot in the back seat. You done fucked up, you ain't got into it with a real nigga. You ain't fucked up, right? You done fucked up, ain't got into it with a real nigga. You fucked up, you done fucked up, ain't got into it with a real nigga. Yes, see, you done fucked up, ain't got into it with a real nigga. It's the Zaz with the ski mask. I might blast on your punk ass if you ain't got my cash. Grab my gat. That's the ricochet from the AK. I'll spray any time of the day. Got my mind on my squilla. Fill a Philly with the filler. Meet the lyrical drug dealer. Till your fakes pump your brakes. I bust a cap in that ass right now. That's what it takes. I got funk flowing through my veins. They trying to dissect my brain to see if I'm sane. Negative, that's all they come up with because I grab my strap and get them out my face. Wait, got no time for no rap threats. Place your bets, I'm knocking niggas out in a sec. I'm giving heartaches and back breaks to you fakes. Drowning fools daily in lakes. I'm the soul survivor, ain't nobody liver. Plus I taught some shit to MacGyver. You better watch out when I'm on the rampage. I rip up your rap pages with my damn 12K. You been fucked up, you ain't got into it with a real nigga. You know you fucked up, right? You done fucked up, ain't got into it with a real nigga. You done fucked up. First you said you wasn't gonna fuck with disaster. Fucked up. And then you fuck with disaster. Yeah. You fucked up, right? You know you fucked up, right? Yeah. Disasters. One mad nigga say the wrong thing, you hearing click triggers. You might hear some bussin', but that's it, cause that's the end of the discussion. Niggas rush in with Timberland boots, masks and hoodies on with instructions to shoot. Paid well, plus they got their money and they honey in the hotel. You heard Disaster was gonna stop rapping? Imagine that, nigga, you hear them words followed by that. Say my name, motherfuckers start running. Other niggas on the sideline is yelling, oh shit, he coming. And I come through with a hell of a grin. Mad cause my foot hurt from barging in. So don't play no games in my territory. Disasters in the spot, in the story. You done fucked up. Ain't got into it with a real nigga. You done fucked up. Ain't got into it with a real nigga. You wasn't gonna fuck with Disaster. Fucked up. And then you real nigga, then you fuck with Disaster. Fucked up, you fucked up, right? Real nigga, you know you fucked up, right? You fucked up. First you said you wasn't gonna fuck with Disaster, and then you fucked around and fucked with Disaster. You know you fucked up, right? You fucked up. You know you fucked up, right? You fucked up. Fucking around with Disaster. You fucked up. You fucked up this time? Go on and admit it. Go on and admit there's nothing you can do about it. You done fucked up. You fucking around with Disaster. You done fucked up.
Helena held the same views of God like Albert Pike did. She thought that Jehovah, the God of the Bible, was simply nothing more than the God of the Jew, and that this God was an unwise and unjust God, a scrupulous being who had nothing more to do with his time than to afflict mankind. But on the other hand, she held Lucifer as the God of light, as the good and the just God, she said. And that Jehovah, the God of the Jew, had victimized Lucifer and had stolen his identity. She says Lucifer represents life, thought, progress, civilization, liberty, independence. Lucifer is the Logos, the serpent, the savior. It is Lucifer who is the God of our planet and the only God, she says. She goes on to say, the celestial virgin, which thus became the mother of gods and devils at one and the same time, for she is the ever-loving beneficent deity. But in antiquity and reality, Lucifer, or Luciferus, is the name. Lucifer is the divine terrestrial light, the Holy Ghost and Satan at one and the same time. She also goes on to make this statement. Satan, the serpent of Genesis, is the real creator and benefactor, the father of spiritual mankind. For it is he who opened the eyes of the automation created by Jehovah. She's talking about Adam, as alleged, an adversary to him. He still remains an esoteric truth, an ever-loving messenger who conferred to us spiritual instead of physical immortality. After the collapse of her marriage to Walter Evans, Alice embraced this Luciferian ideology, and in 1917, she became a member of Blavatsky's Theosophical Society. She quickly advanced in the ranks, and within a year's time, she had advanced so far that she became a part of the society's more esoteric or secretive side. In 1921, Alice married her second husband, the National Secretary of the Theosophical Society, a man by the name of Foster Bailey, who himself was a 32nd degree Freemason. That following year, the two went on to establish a publishing company by the name of Lucifer Publishing Company. The material published by Lucifer's Publishing Company is to this day used by our nation's leaders. Its publishings are their study guides, their lesson plans, their textbooks, if you will, instructing them on the steps needed to be taken in order to reestablish Lucifer's global order. Due to the obvious, blatant nature of the name that she gave to this company, she changed it soon after. And I know that puts a lot of questions in people's mind. I know it put it in mind like, could it really be true? Did she really have a company by the name of Lucifer Trust? So what I did was I did some digging. And at the bottom of this video, you'll see a link. This link goes to a page where her first book is being sold. A first edition of Initiation Human and Solar is being sold for $350. If you look at the publisher of this book, you will find it says New York City Lucifer Publishing Company, 1922. 1922. She owned a company by the name of Lucifer Publishing Company. Alice A. Bailey was a student of Lucifer. Bailey and Blavatsky's Theosophy, the theology of the Theosophical Society, has been given to our generation in a whole new package. A whole new package for a whole new time. You see, Satan couldn't give us all this Lucifer is God theology straightforward. No, the Judeo-Christian foundation was too strong in this nation. So what he did was he switched it up. He put a whole new face on it. Paul put it best in 2 Corinthians 11 verse 14. Satan transformed himself into an angel of light. And that's what he did with the Theosophical Society. He transformed it into a movement of quote-unquote reason and enlightenment. A movement that we know today as the New Age movement. Yeah, the whole 2012 spiritual enlightenment, the whole getting of understanding, the whole age of quote-unquote reason. Yeah, that's the theosophy of the Theosophical Society. It's rooted, it's grounded in the teachings of H.P. Blavatsky and Alice A. Bailey. But remember, no matter what face it may have, it may preach love, it may preach prosperity, it may preach peace, unity, all let's come together as one and save our planet. No matter what it teaches, behind the scenes, in its more private, in its more esoteric, in its more secretive side, it teaches that Lucifer is God, that he is Christ, that he is the quote-unquote Savior. Humanity.
Machiavellian is Illuminati all through your body. And God said he sent his one begotten Son to lead the wild into the ways of man. Follow me. Eat my flesh, flesh of my flesh. Come with me.
It's so hard to be positive in the city that I live, where it's all take and no give. Where kids smoke Newports, kill and do bids, have tattoo eyelids. Highest inflation, a lost generation. Even if you don't participate, you're guilty by association. Teens with guns, a deadly combination. Lack of communication ends up in confrontation. Then loved ones dies, endless cries that last a lifetime. Through the early demise, bloodshot eyes, looking for those guys that did it. Revenge is futile, the truth is hard, I admit it. My frustrations, retaliation got us going to more funerals than graduations. Now on probation, bad reputation. Beware of your surroundings, guilty by association. Guilty, disaster. Guilty by association. Disaster. Guilty. Guilty by association. Guilty. As long as a crime is committed isn't a guilty, you did it. You forfeited your rights and was indicted without hesitation. Guilty by association. Now tell me if this is wrong or not. I'm in watch, the block's hot cause some fools got shot. Now SWAT's all up in our face with Glocks cocked. Just hoping for an excuse to pop. Guilty. Disaster. Guilty by association. Disaster. Guilty. Guilty by association. Guilty.